Well, as cool kids say it, we're in the end game now, boys and ladies. Basically, everyone who is watching this video. Hey guys, Axel Stanley here, and yeah, I am currently at a different location, but you know what? That's only because, well, reasons. And for those reasons alone, I legitimately, wasn't able to make the next part because if you can believe it, this part took so much to write that I had to do it like the next day, so to speak. So with that being said, like, I'm not even kidding, that this is like 4 pages of freaking content. And with that being said, however, because this is definitely a huge part, I feel like it should be right to only tell you guys to definitely check out how this What If started, because, well, if I go with a recap, I doubt I'll finish this within an hour, so, I mean, if I can finish this What If within an hour, and more power to it, but I will at least tell you this, viewers, that this What If in particular is basically my own take on Vegeta coming to Earth instead of Goku. And honestly, it has been quite the journey. That I can't just like recap it. Like, it is something for you guys to see in particular. Also, one minor note, apologies for the lighting. It is probably not the most lighting friendly room that I can use, but love it. And yeah, this moment in juncture, it goes without saying that we have had a ride. A ride that basically took us to many places, and Vegeta, well, at this point, it's kind of hard to argue. Well, it would be very debatable on how much Vegeta has grown in this What If. But as I said, I would highly recommend you go to the channel, check the playlist, and watch the whole What If all the way up to here and now. Especially if you're new, by the way. Like, I'm like, this is just me being that the one guy that's advising you to do so, because there is quite a lot to unpack. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, where we're at right now is basically the Tournament of Power arc. So, with that being said, this part begins with a year passing by, from the aftermath of the last tournament, which was basically Universe 6 and 7. And yes, you may notice that I am skipping a saga, but that's because I couldn't see it happen. So, in my defense, that's how I believe it would go. So, other than that, so basically, in this year, other than Beerus basically dreading the time, but for which the new tournament that Zeno is basically going to be having this tournament, that Vegeta, along with his son and daughter, Trunks and Bola, who are basically now on equal footing because of the Wish Only Super Dragon Balls, basically get the whole concept of Super Saiyan Blue evolved down pretty nice and spiffy, like so. And some days, Beerus would definitely be nervous about the inevitable, but then one evening, Bola would be, Bola, one the grand evening, would be watching the sunset with Beerus, and of course, there would be some small talk and some cuddling. And of course, Beerus will definitely admit that at first he was just going with the flow. But with everything that's happened and the fact that they have gotten this far, but he does seem to care more and the more as time went on. Heck, this is probably the first time a God of Destruction has felt anything like what he's feeling currently to Bola, to basically any mortal. And that is definitely a compliment within itself. And it actually would be kind of genuine. Because, well, of the amount of free time that they do have. Before Beerus could definitely say anything else, Bola shushes him, and basically, gives Beerus a nice, good peck. A quick couple-second peck. And then the two would be proceeding to then watch the sunset as it goes on. So, other than that bit of wholesomeness, aside from that, our non-Saiyan fighters, Piccolo and Fidel, are definitely training their hearts out as well. So, I mean, they gotta keep up with our warriors of today, I suppose. Because they have to at some point, I suppose. And hey, to be quite fair, their skills do sharpen quite a bit to a point. That all this does come to a stop when the Grand Priest, Zeno's assistant, finally announces the Tournament of Power. Right, and oh yeah, I think it's fair to say why it took a year to go through, because the Super Dragon Balls are gonna be the grand prize. And with that being said, the first part of the tournament would definitely require 3 fighters from the Universe 7 to basically come to this little expo for a little demonstration. Because reasons. So yeah. Trunks, Bola, and Vegeta will definitely be at this expo to represent Universe 7. When they reach this expo, our trio of Saiyan warriors, one full-blood Saiyan, 2 half-bloods, definitely do their best to mostly keep quiet, because they are around with a lot of different Kais, gods of destruction, and angels alike. And of course, the one and only Zeno. When the time does come to unleash a demonstration of what this tournament's gonna be like. Vegeta, Trunks, and Bola would, of course, definitely be the participating fighters. As if they have a choice to begin with, and they would definitely go against the trio of danger. And I will definitely say outright, admittedly, that this is kind of a no-brainer that Vegeta, Trunks, and Bola win. So even so it's kind of not worth mentioning because and definitely the best part about this is that no one from Universe 7 gives the other universes a reason to target them. And with that being said, after the expo, what they got like 40 hours to prepare, and it becomes time to sharpen the skills one last time before it comes. And oh boy, do they need a lot of skill sharpening, because just the mere presence of every one at the expo would just there is a lot of powerful fighters, and they need to make sure that their skills are sharpened to a point. So what Trunks, Bola, Videl, and Piccolo would definitely get trained as normal, but Vegeta though, he's gonna do his own training. And for once, Vegeta isn't saying much of anything. His expressions are pretty blank. And he is basically showing off for some mindless expression that even his kids notice right off the bat. They try to get Vegeta to open up a bit, but Vegeta, he just shrugs them off and goes into the hyperbolic time chamber. And no, he does not blow them up, but blow up the time chamber, so he gets his day in half, to say the least. So, well, what happens in the time chamber, you may be asking? Well, I'll definitely tell you. So, on the side note, I forgot to mention that they were actually debating on getting more fighters because, well, there's only 5 fighters for Universe 7 that they can't really think of anyone other. Whereas, so ultimately, they're gonna go in with a half team. And as dumb as it sounds, well, Lisa's definitely gonna ask it and see if that's okay. And there was admittedly a talk of maybe bringing someone like Frieza into the fold, which Vegeta definitely strongly disagrees with. So yeah, I probably should mention that before going forward, because yep, this team is literally going to be a half-filled team in that regard, considering how many fighters we have. So yeah, Vegeta in the hyperbolic time chamber, he basically fights himself with his clones. He heals himself. He basically manipulates his size. He practically does everything in that chamber. Where he sharpens the skills. He basically improves his fighting power. Right. And what's actually motivating him are basically Piccolo's words from the last part, which basically, is saying that Vegeta will one day meet an opponent that is stronger than him, no matter how much training he goes through. And those words are ringing in Vegeta's ears. And they are getting Vegeta to go crazy. Like, he is just going on and on and on in that year and a half in the hyperbolic time chamber. In that year and a half, it almost seems like Vegeta is losing his mind because of the numerous attempts at being stronger. Where the words ringing in his ears, everything is basically just setting Vegeta up for motion to basically be powerful, get stronger, do everything he can, because he knows that his team will be outnumbered, and he's gotta step up. Because in this tournament of power, who knows how this will go? Who knows? Indeed. And of course, as time goes on, at the time, definitely Vegeta's time in the chamber does come to an end. And with Vegeta's mindset being tons of messed up because of the amount of power they felt at the expo. What Vegeta now leaving the chamber with his fellow teammates and wife Bulma, because Bulma kind of wanted to see this tournament because she wants to support the Universe 7 with everything that she's got. Basically, Mama cheerleader on the sidelines. His son starts wondering if he's okay. And Vegeta, he's not really being subtle about not feeling okay at all. But eventually, the questioning from his kids, because Bola eventually chimes in as well. Vegeta then just snaps, he loses it a little. He basically protests that he felt the different powers of the different universes, and he has got a strong, undeniable feeling that this tournament could be the end of us if we do not get stronger. Where Vegeta felt the need to get stronger. He definitely felt it. And honestly, this kind of drove Vegeta to really push himself. If the amount of training that he just went through isn't enough, then it's over. Where it really is over. If Vegeta has truly peaked, Vegeta then on his knees, just kind of broken. Bulma would definitely get down to Vegeta's level. And they'll look at Vegeta in the eyes, and they'll let him know that, hey, no matter what happens in this tournament, he'll always be the strongest fighter of our universe, in her eyes, no matter what anyone says. as Bulma proceeds to embrace him. Soon followed up by Trunks and Bola doing the same thing. Vegeta wipes his eyes, coming back to his senses. And knowing that now is not the time to lose it. This is not the time to basically admit defeat. This is the time to show the multiverse what Universe 7 is truly capable of. But with all that said and done, we did ask the Grand Priest ahead of time that if it's okay to go in with like half a team, which thank goodness they got permission to do so. But with that being said, they still do need to be careful in the long run. So, but our fighters, or at least our representatives of Universe 7, head up to where the Tournament of Power is going to be taking place. And my goodness, it does become a sight to see when they reach the tournament, or at least the arena of the tournament. And there is just so much to unpack. Every universe, minus the 4 universes, which are basically universes 1, 5, 8, and 12. And for the most part, they're basically just spectators. So that, in that regard, it is so grand. The rules will be established, and of course, with only 48 minutes to their name, the tournament begins. And oh boy, are there explosions and blasts coming from everywhere. But as for Vegeta and Co, they basically managed to keep their heads down for the most part, even though even though Vegeta does admit that he would rather be putting his fist on someone's face, but considering how outnumbered they are at the moment, they need to play it safe. So our 5 fighters across the battlefield definitely do their best to stray away from the bigger fights, at least for now. But the inevitable does come, because the Universe 6's Champa basically pointed out the Universe 7's fighters to his 10 fighters. And now basically all of Universe 6's team is now heading for Universe 7. And oh my goodness, it seems like it becomes inevitable because rival universes, I guess. So basically the first big fight for Universe 7. And it would be against all 10 members of Universe 6. No, if ands or buts about it, it becomes a fight for survival. And despite the being outnumbered, the Vegeta and Co have the power game with their Kaioken times 50, and for the Saiyan race members going Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Master. They eventually do manage to knock Universe 6 down a lot of pegs to the point where it becomes at least the following fighters, which are, hang on,